Today we will discuss about little bit introduction about finite element method. Finite element method is mostly used in present day industries. Why? Because whatever with a complicated geometry is there that can be easy to analyze and which plays a crucial role in between design and production. And today, the developments in mainframe computers and availability of powerful microcomputers has brought this method within reach of students and engineers working in small industries. So, actually, whatever be the complicated problems, complicated geometry is there, or complicated boundary conditions are there. So, that type of problems we can't solve with the help of analytical method. So those problems are easy to solve or analyzed with the help of finite element method. So that is the reason this is a finite element method is mostly used in present days industries and within students level also with the help of some computer packages like ANSYS, CATIA, ProE. So with the help of these softwares we have to analyze any engineering products or problems can be easy to solve. Coming to introduction point of view, the finite element method has become a powerful tool for the numerical solution of a wide range of engineering problems. So actually, this is a finite element method. Whatever be the problems are there, engineering problems are there, that can be solved with the help of some mathematical relations. And actually, engineering problems are divided into two types. One is structural problem, and second one is non-structural problem. So actually, in structural problem, we have to done an analysis on material wise, and coming to non-structural wise we have to concentrate on flow analysis. Okay, then application range from deformation and stress analysis of automotives, aircraft, buildings and bridge structures. So these all are comes under structural analysis. And field analysis of heat flux, fluid flow, magnetic flux and other flow problems. So these all are comes under non-structural problems. So actually in structural problems, for example, we have to consider any automotive part, for example gear or any shaft or any machine element. For example, you have to consider any machine element. Just you have to apply any external load on that required element. It can withstand the allowable load carrying capacity or not. So that can be we have to check. If we can't check, suddenly it will take some breakage means somewhat accidents also happened. So to avoid these type of accidents, we have to done an analysis on the required machine part or any product before manufacturing. So that is the reason finite element method plays a crucial role in between design and production. So whenever the design part is over, just you have to done an analysis, that is theoretically, otherwise with the help of some computer package. Whenever the analysis results are satisfied, then the production will be start. Okay, so like that in non-structural analysis we have to done an analysis on any flow analysis, fluid flow analysis. For example, we have to consider any pipe channels. For example, if, most of the industries different types of coolants we used, and some hot fluids, cold fluids also flow through required pipe. So just what we consider the pipe. So this is depending upon fluid properties. That means if it is in a cold fluid, otherwise hot fluid means which can flow in a somewhat velocity also. So whatever we consider the parameters, so with the help of that parameters, the required material can withstand that properties or not. So that is a way we have to analyze in non-structural flow analysis. So these two types of analysis done on finite element method. The finite element method reduces the degree of freedom from infinite to finite with the help of discretization or meshing. So actually whatever with the three-dimensional object is there, so that three-dimensional object just we have to convert it into 2D or 1D with the help of some discretization or meshing process. So this is a way we have to reduce the complexity in the problem solving wise. So actually finite element method means F indicates a finite, E indicates a element, M indicates the methods. So F means reduce the degree of freedom from infinite to finite. So that means in three-dimensional problem, the degree of freedom is at each node. For example, if the domain can be divided into number of parts, if the each part having nodes, at each node 3 degree of freedom is there. That means along x direction, y direction, z direction, some more displacements takes place. So depending upon elements, the node number also depends. For example, if the given problem having 3 elements, that means 4 nodes are there. At each node 3 degree of freedom is there. So that means 4 into 3, 12 by 12 matrix size is obtained. So for example, if that much matrix we can't solve, so that is highly complicated, manually we can't solve. So just you have to reduce the degree of freedom. That means that three-dimensional object can be converted into some two-dimensional with the help of some discretization process. So this is the way just you have to reduce the complexity of the solving wise, we have to reduce the complexity of the problem. And second one is element. In element, 2 points are there. One is all of the calculations are made at a limited number of points known as nodes. So whenever the domain can be divided into number of parts, so each part, for example, one of the part having 2 nodes, so just you have to indicate nodes. If these nodes can be assembled finally to form a one of the shape, that is line or triangular or quadrilateral. So this is the shape, nothing but element. So the entities joining nodes and forming a specific shape such as quadrilateral or triangular is known as an element. So whenever these nodes can be joined, one of the shape is obtained. That shape is known as element. And third one is method. These actually whatever with the engineering problems are there, so that can be solved with the help of 3 methods. So in the finite element method is a numerical method. That means with the help of some mathematical relations we have to solve the problems. So just I would like to consider one of the examples. So this is some 3-dimensional object. So this is one of the some complicated geometry. So if it is a regular shape, easy to solve with the help of some mathematical relations. I mean, if it is a some cylindrical rod or any rectangular bar, so we know the formulas, areas, and what any. If it is a regular shape means we have to easy to analyze, I mean to find the stresses, strains, so like that easy to solve. But if it is a complicated geometry, we can't solve with the help of analytical method. So these type of problems are easy to solve with the help of finite element method. So in this case, whatever with the this irregular body is there, so this irregular body can be divided into number of parts. So just I have to consider just whatever be the complicated geometry is there, that can be divided into small triangular elements. Then we know the regular shape formulas. So just we are easy to solve that problems. But coming to finite element method, which does not give exact result, which gives some approximate solution only, or approximate value is obtained. Why? Because so whenever the geometry is divided into number of parts, the outer part is there. So this is the outer part we can't consider for solving wise. So just we have to avoid it. Only whatever be the irregular body is converted into some regular known elements wise we have to divide. The outer part we can't consider. So due to this is the reason this finite element method does not give exact solution, which gives only approximate value. So this is the one of the drawback in finite element method. But coming to finite element method, which does not give exact value but some acceptable solution is obtained. So that is the main advantage also. If any complicated geometry is there, so that type of problems are very easy to solve with the help of finite element method. So that is the reason this is the most popular method used in industrial sector wise. Then method of engineering analysis. So actually coming to engineering sector, we already discussed actually engineering problems are divided into two types. One is structural problem and second one is non-structural problems. So actually whatever be the problems are there, so just we have to solve the problems. If it is a simple problem or complicated problem, so whatever be the problem is there, that can be solved with the help of these three methods. One is experimental method, and second one is analytical method, and third one is numerical method. The numerical method are again divided into three types. One is functional approximating method, and second one is finite element method, and third one is finite difference method. Coming to experimental method, in experimental method, first of all, the actual product or any prototype model are at least the material specimen are really tested by using some testing equipments to know the actual strength of the product. So this is a way just whatever be the product properties are there, so that is easy to find out. But coming to this is the method, the main drawback is, so what we consider material, that means any specimen or any prototype model we consider, so that is that material is wasted. Why? Because the specimen once tested cannot be reused because the specimen will be broken during testing. So due to this is the reason experimental method is mostly suitable for actually those problems we can't solve with the help of other analysis method. So in that particular situation, just we have to use the experimental method. And second one is analytical method. In analytical method, so analytical method is also known as theoretical method. In this method, whatever be the simple and regular shaped products are there. So for example, beams, columns, shafts, plates, cylinders, so etc. can be analyzed by this method. So actually in analytical method, whatever be the problem are there, just you have to apply the loading or any specified mathematical expressions. Just you have to analyze that problem, and which gives exact solution to that problem also. And coming to numerical method, actually numerical method is mostly suitable for any complicated geometry or size or complicated material properties and boundary conditions, getting solution using analytical method is highly difficult. So in that situation, just the numerical method can be employed by this method. We may get approximate but acceptable solution. So actually this numerical method again divided into three types. One is functional approximating method, and second one is finite element method, and third one is finite difference method. Actually in functional approximating method, whatever be the physical problem is there, so initially that problem is in the form of differential equation or any possible mathematical expression. By integrating and applying boundary condition, an approximate solution can be obtained by this method. So actually in functional approximating method, the examples are variational method, especially we know that is Rayleigh-Ridge method, and weighted residual method are examples for functional approximating method. And finite element method, so in simple words, finite element method means is a numerical method in which the unknown domain can be divided into number of parts. Then these elements are known as finite elements. The physical properties like shape, dimension and other boundary conditions are imposed on each element. Then these elements are arranged in proper manner, which gives final solution to that overall part. So this is the way whatever be the complicated parts are there, so that can be easy to solve with the help of finite element method. And third one is finite difference method. Actually this finite difference method is mostly suitable for solving any non-structural problems, particularly for solving heat transfer and fluid flow problems. So these are the main three methods in numerical method. So this is the definition for finite element method. Actually already I discussed, the finite element method is a numerical method in which the unknown function of the problem a domain is approximated by piecewise defined function. So actually in finite element method, I already abbreviated what is meant by finite, what is meant by element and method. So initially whatever be the problem is there, that can be simply divided into piecewise, otherwise known elements wise, just we have to divide. That elements are known as finite elements. The physical properties like shape, dimension and other boundary conditions are imposed on each element. Then these elements are arranged in proper way, which gives final solution to that problem. So this is the definition for finite element method. So actually in finite element method, complicated boundary conditions, complicated geometry also is there. So each and every problem we can't solve with the help of manually. Just we have to depend on some computer packages also. With the help of powerful computer, just you have to solve any complicated geometry very easily. So these are the softwares we used in finite element method or finite element analysis. Actually the main difference between finite element method and finite element analysis is, actually finite element method is mostly whatever be the problems are there, just we have to apply any mathematical relations, we have to solve it. And finite element analysis is the word mostly used in industrial sector. That means whatever be the problems are there, that can be just you have to solve with the help of some software package. That means little bit practical knowledge, you have to solve that problem. So in coming to industrial sector wise, just we have to use finite element analysis. Okay. So whatever be the engineering problems are there, any complicated problems or complicated boundary conditions or complicated material properties. Complicated material properties is nothing but, for example, in most of the what we consider any components are they just whatever be the product, some two or three materials also just we have to manufacture that product. So that type of analysis we can't solve with the help of analytical. Just in finite element method, whatever be the equations we solved, so that is element wise, just we have to solve it. So that is the reason with the product consisting of two or three materials also, that complicated, I mean non-homogeneous material properties also, the type of problems also very easy to solve. That is the main advantage in finite element method. So actually these are the softwares mostly used to solve any problems, engineering problems. So that is ANSYS. ANSYS is a very powerful tool. If any analysis, I mean if it is a structural or non-structural, I mean if it is a structural means just we have to done an analysis on structural elements like trusses, beams, like that. For example, in thermal analysis or heat transfer analysis. So these type of problems are very easy to solve with the help of ANSYS software, like that Nastran, Patron, and CATIA, ProE, SolidWorks, Cosmos. So these are all are powerful tools to analyze any products. Thank you.